And there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Once more, here's Eckler. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. But you know it's never easy to get Kyler Murray down to the ground, and to do it with a sack on their first drive, what a great tone setter defensively.
Oh, and no one's celebrating more than the defensive coordinator because that's all he's preached all week long. Keep him hemmed in. Don't let him get into the open field and create big plays with his feet. To get him down in the pocket early, that's got to feel great for them.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. This is caught. It's Burrow. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 25 yards that time.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the 10, 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own. Could have been trouble.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's second and goal.
Now it's Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And they go play action now. Burrow. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed, but you know your other receivers is likely running short routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football, and they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 38 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Austin Eckler, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are an extra point away from evening this one up. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Burrow. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. That is taken in by Hurst. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Here we go. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave it with a 2nd and 3.
The Bengals are 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it, and that's what they're trying to get done here.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Here we go. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 14.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo.
Here we go.
A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide.
And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Burrow going to give this.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow on play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting us inside the 25. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
11 MT, tight. Close.
Burrow looking to pass. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Cards force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the first half very even. I mean, really in all facets. This ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They go play action with Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
11. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight.
On third down, Burrow. Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion. Montgomery is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now, they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 18. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Mixing up the middle.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago and threw the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you,
and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Cardinals are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Murray. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, the great coach said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he's got a Bengals 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks. Get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead,
oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
On 2, ready?
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
11. 12.
Here's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their #1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Here we go.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Here's a run with Mixon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson. This to take the lead here in the final minute. McPherson's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. Some time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide here. That last play, they were so bad that we would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
He stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down.